this is what was so attractive about the internet for me even 10 years ago. This is the beginning of something brand new, and to be so intimately connected and intertwined with it, and just to learn so much and to know so much more about the space than anyone else, it puts you in like a seriously advantageous position. I mean, it's
massively advantageous.
You can't even attach a number to it. As long as you move the right way and you fucking make the right decisions, we're talking about fucking. You can make these numbers are not. It's not that far-fetched.
I met incredible people through Logan, obviously, and he's tied in with a certain people in the funding space and these people and those people, and now became friends with them. But now, like, to also start to meet the people that are involved in Faze, like that have dumped $20 million into fucking like, and those two worlds intertwining, plus the people I bring from my background in Brit. It's like there's a lot going on,
dude. And
there's a lot going on.
This is something to think about. How many of these like Fousey Tube, Vitali characters, Prank vs. Prank, Jesse Wellens, these people were tremendously successful in the early days of YouTube 10 years ago. They were like the Mount Rushmore, like holy fuck, and you're hearing about them making fucking $10,000, $20,000 a month, and this is the new thing, YouTube, whatever. Now these motherfuckers who sat in that boat and were at the top of the fucking food chain making all this money, like unimaginable amounts of money at $20,000, $30,000 a month at that time. Fast forward, now the people that are in that same position, that same seat, are making millions of dollars, right?
For sure.
I mean, this YouTube shit, this internet shit, social media shit, it's not going anywhere. It's only getting bigger. We see it. The growth has been exponential. You have to automatically assume that that's the way the trend is going to continue. Yeah. So we're tripping if we don't think that in fucking the next 10 years, in 10 years, what does that exponential growth look like financially for the motherfuckers, for the Addison Rays of the world and the PewDiePies and the Logan Pauls? What does that look like for them? My goal is to still be in, you know what I mean, that sphere of, and when that happens, because you know we're talking about 5 figures. Now we're at 7 figures. I want to be at that. I want to be in that 10-figure.
It's just this is Lee, see the Faze CEO. He always says that we're in what's called influencer 2.0. The last realm of influencer 1.0 was like figuring it out. Like, how am I growing my followers? What brand deals am I doing?
AdSense brand deals.
Yeah, exactly. 2.0 is what we're just entering into now. Building business and IP. Who is going to be the first person to exit? I have my money on Beast. The dude is on a fucking level that no one else is on. He's building out multiple IPs.
On Faze Clan, by the way.
Well, okay, that's an org. I'm sorry, I meant an individual.
My money's on EDP.
Oh no, I don't think that's gonna happen. God dang, dude, you really had to say that shit. But like obviously like Beast with the burgers, with his clothing, with whatever it is that's gonna be the one that is the initial exit. Faze is already set up for that to happen. I mean, that's gonna happen in the next 6 months.
I never had a Faze burger.
Facts. Yeah, maybe you guys need to think about that. Dude.
I had a Beast burger. I didn't actually, but I could.
I had it.
Order one right now.
It was quite good.
I'm not taking anything away from Jimmy. That kid is
legend.
Very much the Elon Musk equivalent to our fucking like this space.
And me and you are in a group chat with him, and we get to see what the fuck is going on in his head all the time.
I love that group chat.
It's mega motivating.
That is the.
No, it's not. Just
sorry.
We should not share any more information because I feel like that is.
It's
proprietary.
It's kind of like a little bit of like a like an
the
Illuminati. Like
oh, you told
me
about. Oh, I know. Yeah.
But just seeing what MrBeast is thinking about on a day-to-day basis, it's like, oh, I mean, it's out of here. This dude's gonna win.
No, he's bro. He did 1 billion views last month.
Yeah.
Dog. He did 1 billion views last month. It was either last month or the month before, and probably did it again.
Jimmy's the GOAT. He's the greatest YouTuber.
And he's also surrounded by like, because at the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to your team, to who you're thinking with, who you're collaborating with. Like some of these people that he is working with are equally fucking smart.
Reed is
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Reed's a fucking very smart person.
And they tried to cancel MrBeast, and they found like one guy who said that he used the word retarded, and then like he tweeted the word fag one time like 4 years ago, and like that's all they could find.
Yeah. He's always been a great kid. Did you guys ever see that
He's
video?
Squeaky clean.
And listen, this
you can't find any dirt on
this
him.
fucking kid has always wanted to be a fucking YouTuber, so much so, and he's always believed in himself that he made a video.
Yes.
He looks totally different. He made a video like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
A video to myself, a message to myself.
Crazy.
I just hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. These are all my goals. To me, in 5 years, hopefully, we'll be at hopefully 1 million subscribers. This motherfucker's turning the corner to a fucking 100 million subscribers. But like, that's a beautiful fucking video to watch. And it's honestly, kids watching, anybody watching that wants to fucking achieve anything in life, you have to take that approach. This kid sat in a fucking, you know,
Manifest.
Counted to 1 million.
He said Logan Paul for 24 hours straight.
He read the dictionary. Oh yeah, right. Remember that?
Logan Paul, 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 Logan.
But he's still crazy, man. Do you see the video? He sat in the ice chamber for 2 days or some shit. I'm like, bro, you don't have to do this. Like, but he it's like a religion to him to make great content.
Like,
yes,
it's not enough for him to be making millions of dollars a month. He's on a totally different thing. He wants to be the biggest, the best, the greatest. He wants to fucking shake the fucking earth beneath him. You know?
I just don't even look at him as
like,
a creator. I look at him as a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
No,
like an algorithmic.
He
just has, because like, you know, like, you don't really look at him as like an entertainer. Like, you don't turn on his stuff and you're just like cracking up, laughing, blown away. He just has figured out the approach to YouTube so well to make the videos so interesting in their approach that you have to watch them.
it's like if you woke up every day and you lived your life to be the greatest YouTuber of all time, then you would be MrBeast, because clearly every decision points to that.
Yes.
And it's kind of mind-blowing because we've seen so many people who made some pretty good content, but at some point the incentives fuck them up. Oh, I'm going to post every day.
And it's not even money. Money isn't even a driver for him, because for a lot of time he was spending more money on his videos than he was making on them. He just had that vision. He understood and saw that worked. And it's like he's on a totally different trajectory. That motherfucker wants to just.
And now he's got all these other channels, and I haven't even really tapped in with most of them, but he's got the gaming, the philanthropy. So he's making way more content than probably even a lot of his fans know about. But all those channels are like the fastest growing channels on YouTube right now.
Like Beast Gaming and shit. Yeah, no, he's fucking on a. Kid's a sick fuck.
Can we get him in the content house for one day? I call it the content house.
You guys want to hear my biggest
Make him fuck 80.
You guys want to hear my biggest fuck up, biggest misstep of all time? I still just know that it wouldn't have ever worked long term. When me and Rice originally started this clout gang shit, I missed on him twice. MrBeast was the biggest Faze fan, but dude, what can you do? Like but that 5 years ago type video, he was a huge Faze fan, would have joined Faze in a second, wanted to be a part of Faze, you know what I mean? He wasn't a gamer, and at the time we specifically just played Call of Duty, shit like that, you know what I mean? Whatever, okay, I can deal with that. Clout Gang starts up, we start the Clout House, the house comes and visits, he stayed there for a few days, and he wanted to join Clout Gang, and he wanted to join the house and all that shit, and we just didn't, it wasn't like completely off the table, because he was a substantially like sized guy, nothing compared to where he's at now, but it's just like, he's a great kid and we're not.
Can you imagine in some alternate universe, Jimmy had joined Clout Gang and he was Clout.
No, it wouldn't.
He was Clout Beast and he started dating Tessa Brooks, bro. Then they were always out going to the club and he went down a deep dark path in Hollywood and became like one of those fucking like constant club goers, wore a jean jacket with like weird shoes,
and then bounced back, ditched all the fucking partying, all the girls, all that shit. Started training to become a YouTube boxer.
Beat up Jarvis. Beat the fucking snot out of Logan. It was Logan versus Faze Beast in one of the most unprecedented boxing matches ever.